You are looking live at the WBC Arena. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
About time.
And it's the King, Amir King Khan. One of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medal. King Rock.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of...
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This is an arena fight.
Right.
You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
No doubt. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. A well-placed hook. No rest for the weary. They better start respecting each other's punching power. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That jab won't score. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Jab doesn't find a home. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
These are not...
Here we go for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense. Stick and move, stick and move.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Can't land the jab there. Good counter punching. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Hook misses. Just misses with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
If that jab's slick.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice counter shot. Good job getting out of the way of that left. The straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. He parries that left jab away. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
And there's the bell to start round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. There's that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Straight right just misses. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin right to crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger zone.
Every time he throws a punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Khan in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't lose this fight.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Good work out there.
Back out there and win the round. Get back behind the jab. Basic.
Great work.
And there's the bell for round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
How about that time counter shot? Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's when the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Punch, counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. That uppercut can't get through. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Come on, switch on. Get your
Great round, now relax. Just keep him on the end of that jab.
Needs to go back.
Here we go in the 6th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That jab misses. And he scores with the counter. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Couldn't land that jab. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he'll catch you.
Nope, that jab not going to score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what?
Here we go. It's round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Parries that jab away. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. We can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Beautiful counter punch. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice job to block that uppercut. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? He parries that left jab away. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Stay focused.
And there's the bell for round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
And he just missed with that left jab. Can't land that jab. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now we've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell to start round 9. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Oh, that jab's starting to mark them up. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he got This guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. How about that time counter shot? Jab does not score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And down he goes! What an upset this could be as Khan is down! Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Khan in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
We've made it to round 10. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Oh boy! Amir Khan dazed! And Amir Khan finally on the canvas. Cue up the replay machine. I have got this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are ready.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. The straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
You're going to be confident now. You've got to take that confidence well.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
Gather in your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's a counter shot. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
His stamina is off the charts. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Trying to land that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. They exchange punches. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
There's the bell for round 12. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's gonna come out and put the pressure on. He's gonna throw the kitchen sink at you. You gotta be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's gonna try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone enough.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as and he just put Amir Khan down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.